Hey everybody, welcome to In the Red Zone. This is Shaun and Mike, and this is our most outrageous prediction for college football going into 2019. So Shaun, what is your most outrageous prediction?
I'm going to say that Nebraska will challenge for the Big Ten West.
Okay.
They've got, and I say that, they've got South Alabama for their first game at home. They're at Colorado. They've got Northern Illinois. That's a cakewalk if you've ever seen one. And then they're at Illinois, not very tough. They've got Ohio State at home, which they'll lose. They've got Northwestern at home, which they could contend. Mm-hmm. They're at Minnesota, which is easy enough. Indiana at home. They're at Purdue. This is going to be their toughest road game, is at Purdue. Mm-hmm. I think that'll be a challenge for them, but they've got Wisconsin at home. They're at Maryland, and then they've got, to wrap up the regular season, they've got Iowa at home. So I think this is the year that they could kind of get in there. I know they were 4-8 overall last year, but Scott Frost in what, his second year? Is this
second year.
Second year. They've got Adrian Martinez as a sophomore. He's a decent quarterback.
Yeah.
And, they always seem to kind of hover around the 25th class, but I think one of those years they broke into the top 20. So
they started playing. They started gelling a little bit at the very end of the season last year.
Yeah.
So it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm
a believer in Scott Frost.
Okay. All right.
This is an outrageous pick too, so don't jump on me too much here.
Okay. I have a big one, and then I have a little nugget one that I'm going to throw out first. One huge upset, I believe, this year. September 7th, Cincinnati travels to Columbus to Ohio State, and the Bearcats pull off the upset over the Buckeyes. That's why I believe they finished 9-3. So I think the Buckeyes finished 9-3, and I think that is going to be one of the losses. That's one of them, but that's not the biggest one. That's not my biggest outrageous pick. Biggest outrageous prediction for me. Watch the game October 5th, big date. I believe this is going to be a primetime game. College game day is going to be in Lawrence, Kansas. And Oklahoma, 5-0, is going to be taking on 5-0 Kansas. It's going to be a primetime game, 2 undefeateds, and Kansas goes on to finish 7-5, make a bowl game. I believe that looking at their schedule, this is what I think. They have Indiana State and Coastal Carolina. They're at Boston College, which I think they can win that. And then they're home against West Virginia and at TCU. Yes, I believe they win all those games. And they go into the October 5th game undefeated against Oklahoma.
That's a big jump.
But they cannot beat Oklahoma, of course. But I believe in Les Miles. I think he's a hard-nosed guy. He's a great coach.
He'll change the culture there for sure.
He'll change the culture. And I think back when he was at Oklahoma State, I got to be around a couple OSU practices to watch him. And the guy's just like in your face and hard-nosed, and he's going to toughen those kids up.
Yeah.
And the Kansas kids, in my opinion, have tremendous heart. I think the last couple of years they've shown it. I think now they have a coach to go along with it, and I just think they are definitely a 6-6 bowl team. But I believe they can finish the season 7-5. So that's my outrageous prediction for 2019.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Okay.
Because the Big 12 we're in Big 12 territory here, and I don't know if I see that big of a jump.
Well, if you look at their schedule after Oklahoma, so if they're 5-0 going in against Oklahoma, which I know you don't think they will be, but after that, they got Oklahoma, then they got at Texas Tech, Kansas State, which I think they'll win, at Oklahoma State, which I think they'll win, and then they close out at Iowa State and home against Baylor, and I don't think they can win either one of those games. So that's where I get the 7-5.
I mean, hey, maybe they set a goal of being better than Kansas State, because I think Kansas State will take a dip.
Yep.
But that's an outrageous pick.
It is.
I think they'll win 3 games before they win 7. So I think you'll see a year where they kind of start to win a couple games and win. So
okay.
All right.
Well, that's my outrageous pick, and you've got Shaun. So that's our outrageous picks for 2019, or our outrageous predictions, that is. So stay with us here in the Red Zone. Subscribe if you haven't, and just please support us as much as you can. So we look forward to 2019. Have a great summer.